in hindsight, I should have seen it coming, but it was the perfect setup. You know, I wasn't happy with who I was. I wasn't happy with my weight. I was pretty much just making excuses to fall back in.
I could have a drink, I could smoke a joint, and I would be just fine. You don't think that it's going to lead you right back to where you started.
I had about 6 years clean, and I was president of the Parent-Teacher Association. We were working late one night. Some of the moms took it out, and that was all it took.
I was way too comfortable. I stopped going to my meetings. I stopped, hanging around with clean people. One day I had a fight with my wife. I wasn't able to control it. So I decided to go picked up and do it in front of her. I just kept going and going for 7 years.
Hey, hon. I'm heading out in a little bit to go watch the game over at Gabe's house.
No, you said we were supposed to go to the movies together.
I know, but I've been cooped up in here all week.
No, you don't understand. I need you to be here. You said that. No, you don't understand.
I am supporting you, but I need a break. I've been here every night.
This is not support. Support is being with me. Not leaving and sitting and drinking beer. Support is being with me. Carlos, you're not listening to me.
Relapse doesn't occur without warning. We experience what's called relapse drift, or the slow movement away from the things that keep us grounded in recovery and toward our old addictive thinking and behavior. Using alcohol or other drugs significantly increases our chances of relapsing on meth. Other warning signs include skipping meetings, hanging out with old friends, and justifying reasons for use. Sometimes we don't even notice this is happening until it's too late. If we do relapse, we may feel confused or ashamed.
I was just disgusted with myself. I couldn't believe that I did this again. After everything that I had just went through, in a matter of seconds, I threw it all away. And that gave me every reason just to continue to get high. So I just continued.
Relapse is discouraging for everyone involved and can have serious consequences. But the reality is that many of us in recovery relapse at some point. Addiction is a chronic disorder that requires ongoing monitoring and sometimes multiple treatments. In many ways, addiction is similar to other chronic illnesses such as diabetes, hypertension, and asthma. Relapse rates for addiction and other chronic diseases are similar. When well managed, symptoms remain in remission. But if we veer off track, relapse can occur. This may happen days, weeks, or years after we have stopped using. If we do relapse, it's important to get back into treatment.
The judge came through with this part. He followed through and did everything just like he said he would. I'd missed my test. I was on zero tolerance. I was sent to jail. It was a huge wake-up call.
Nobody is exempt from relapse. I've relapsed. I gave it dirty, and I went to jail. I had to go in front of a drug court judge and admit what I had done and suffer the hit on that.
Urine testing is an important part of most treatment plans. It's easy to think of this as punishment or a statement of mistrust, but really, these tests are designed to help us stay off meth. If we know we'll be tested, it can remove the temptation to use, thinking we can get away with it. It is also a way to acknowledge when we relapse, so we get the support we need to adjust our treatment plan and improve our chances of success.
I went back home, and everything was exactly how I left it. The stuff was everywhere, so I used.
Many of us need to go through treatment more than once or try more than one program. The longer we stay in treatment, the better our chances of staying off meth. If we keep going, eventually we'll make it.
First, I tried a outpatient program, and it didn't work very well for me. And then I went to an inpatient program, and that was the second time, and it didn't work very well for me either. But the last time that I was arrested for possession, the judge just made a mark on my life. He says, you're either going to rehab or you're going to prison. It kind of hit me then. It really hit me.
For some reason, I had it in my head that you go through the program and you fail and they kick you out, and that's it. And it began to dawn on me, the doors are open. I can keep doing it until I get it right, until something really starts working for me.
When I entered back into drug court from where I was 5 months prior was a 180-degree turn.
Okay. And what are you most proud of right now?
The relationship I have with my kids.
Getting that back's important, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you've done a good job, and a big turnaround since you came back. Let's move into your next step.
I was serious about my life. I was serious about recovery. I was serious about doing the things that I needed to do. And that was a far cry from where I was before.